Hello everyone, welcome to Chemazon Complete Chemistry. So for today's video, we are going to solve some of the previous year questions on the video that I had made a few days before, that is symmetry elements. So let us see, the first question is from JAM 2016 paper. Among the following, the number of molecules that possess C2 axis of symmetry is dash. So here you can see there are a total of 8 molecules given to you, and we have to identify out of these 8 molecules how many molecules will be having C2 axis of symmetry. So this is basically a NAT type of problem, that is numerical answer type. You have to enter a value, that is how many molecules will be having C2 axis of symmetry. What is C2 axis of symmetry? So in a single 360-degree rotation of any molecule, the number of times you get an indistinguishable or equivalent configuration is called as the n number. Okay, so if we pass an axis through any molecule and if you get two indistinguishable configurations in a single 360-degree rotation, then that axis would be called as C2 axis of symmetry. So let us see the solution. So our first molecule is benzene, and in this benzene molecule you can see there are total of 3 C2 axes. In the second molecule, again you can see that if we pass an axis through this bridge carbon, the axis would look something like this. And let us see this cis 1,2-dichloroethene. So in this molecule, again you can see if we pass a axis passing through the double bond, this is the C2 axis. And this is a biphenyl molecule. We know that the two phenyl rings of a biphenyl molecule are in perpendicular planes. So if we pass an axis through this, something like this, then this is a C2 axis. Similarly, in boron trifluoride also there is a C2 axis present. And if we see this molecule, that is 2,5-dimethyl thiophene. So in this molecule also you can see there is C2 axis of symmetry. And again in this molecule, again you can see there is C2 axis of symmetry. So there are a total of 7 molecules in which there is C2 axis of symmetry. So the correct answer is 7. The next question is from JAM 2007 paper. Which of the following compounds is optically active? So for a compound to be optically active, elements of symmetry must be absent. So in this 4 molecules, we have to identify in which of the following molecules plane of symmetry is absent. Plane or inversion center is absent. So you can see in this first option, there is this plane of symmetry passing through this 2 carbons and the 2 chlorine atoms, and it forms a plane of symmetry. So first option is optically inactive, since there is a plane of symmetry passing through this molecule. In the second molecule, again you can see that when we pass this plane through this axis in this manner, you can see that again the 2 chlorine atoms and 2 carbon atoms are split into 2 equal halves, or both the sides are mirror images of each other. So this is also optically inactive. Similarly, here also there is a plane of symmetry passing through this molecule. So this is also optically inactive. But in this fourth option, if you see, there is no plane of symmetry passing through this molecule. So this is optically active, and this is the correct answer. This is a question from NET June 2015 paper. The correct relation between the following compounds. So these are the 2 set of compounds given to you, and we have to find out whether they are enantiomers, diastereomers, homomers, or identical, or constitutional isomers. So you can see this is basically an allene kind of system. Okay, this is a allene molecule. And also you can see that one of the substituent at the terminal carbons is a chiral carbon. So what we have to do is we have to find out the RS nomenclature for allene as well as for the chiral carbon, and then we will be able to decide whether they are enantiomers, diastereomers, identical, or constitutional isomers. So by using the basic allene rules, the rules for cumulines that I had already discussed in the previous video, you will find that the configuration for allene is S, and for the chiral carbon it is R. If we look again for the second molecule, you would find the configuration for allene is again S, and for the chiral carbon is also R. So the configuration, the absolute configuration of allene is same, whereas that of the chiral carbon is also same in both the molecules. Hence these two molecules are identical. This is another question from NET sample paper which they provide. Among dimethyl cyclobutanes, which one can exhibit optical activity? Again, we have to find out in which of in these molecules where the plane of symmetry or inversion center is absent, that molecule would be optically active. So let us see the first molecule, that is cis-1,2 dimethyl cyclobutane. It would look something like this. Here you can see there is this plane of symmetry which is not present in this molecule. So this molecule is optically inactive because a plane of symmetry is passing through this molecule. So this molecule is optically inactive. In this molecule, if you would look, there is no plane of symmetry passing through this molecule, so this is optically active. Whereas in the third and the fourth option, again you can see in this molecule there are two planes of symmetry passing through this molecule, whereas in this fourth option you can see there is this plane of symmetry passing through this molecule, and the correct answer is option B, as in the other three options the element of symmetry was present. The next question is from NET December 2014 paper. The configuration of carbon atom C3 and C4 in D-ribose respectively are. So first in this question we need to draw the structure of D-ribose, which we will be studying in carbohydrates chapter, and there will be two chiral centers and we need to find out RS nomenclature at both the carbons. So this is the structure of D-ribose, and if you follow basic RNS nomenclature rules, you would find that at the third carbon and the fourth carbon, the absolute configuration is R. So our correct answer would be option C. So there is a beautiful trick to identify RS nomenclature in carbohydrate molecules, that whenever the hydroxyl group or OH group is on the right side of the chiral carbon, the absolute configuration would be R. So in this way, both the chiral carbons, that is the third and the fourth chiral carbon, will be having R configuration, and the correct answer would be option C. Now this is the question from GATE 2016 paper. The compound shows R configuration is. So there are four options you can see, and you have to identify which of the following compounds will be having RS nomenclature. So these are a special type of compounds very similar to allenes, and what they have done is, instead of a double bond, a ring is introduced. So always remember that a ring is very much equivalent to a double bond. So we will be treating all these molecules as the normal allene molecules, and then we can find out the RS nomenclature. So let us see the first problem. First problem, if first option, you would find that the absolute configuration is R. So this is the correct answer. But let us see the other option as well. Here you can see at the terminal carbon there are two similar groups. But we know that when there are two similar groups on the terminal carbons in an allene molecule, a plane of symmetry would be passing through this molecule, and hence it is a chiral. Similarly, in the third option, again at the terminal carbon there are two similar groups. Whereas the last option, if you find out RS configuration, the absolute configuration is S. So our correct answer is option A. So here we come to the end of today's video. Thank you so much.